Viola. Let's do a bit more of Chinatown.
And I won't hesitate to take legal action.
Legal action for what? I'm here to collect what is rightfully mine. As per our father's will, I'm within my rights.
The trinkets might be yours, but this entire temple and its premises is private property. My property, to be exact. And you can't just walk in here unannounced.
Well, I'm here. And it appears so is my team. We'll be collecting all the items listed in the will, and then we'll be out of your hair.
I hope you aren't having too hard a time, Lucas. Caleb will be quite upset to see you both arguing, especially when it's over things that he rightfully left you.
Ah, well, I see you still hang around that glorified massage parlor, Lucas. How wholesome. And how is the proprietress of such a fine establishment doing? Hands full?
I do well enough. And how are you, Ariel? How's your holy pyramid scheme going? Tell me, does the creator now accept cryptocurrency?
You know, if we weren't in my father's office, or in a holy place for that matter, I'd slap that cheap lipstick right off your mouth.
This is Rouge Lateau, my dear. You'll need a fistful or two from one of your donation boxes to afford it. Whoa, steady, ladies. We're here to help Lucas. Keep the claws tucked.
And who is this? One of your new girls, Lily? Does she have proper documentation?
That's enough. Glad you're here, Amira. I actually need your help once again. See these objects on my father's table? They're very valuable historical artifacts. Just a few of the things in my father's personal collection.
Very valuable is correct. I take good care of those, Lucas. Might pay for your children's college tuition one day.
These are of exceptional importance to their respective cultures. It would be a shame if, like my father, I kept it to myself. So I'd like you to find out where they came from and donate them to their respective museums where they belong.
You can't be serious, Lucas. Do you have any idea how much they cost?
A lot, I'm sure. But I don't want them. I don't want the money either. Something you and Dad could never seem to come to grips with. It will, however, pay for Amira's time and efforts.
If you can't appreciate them, leave them to me and the temple.
Take them, Amira. Send them home. And keep me updated.
You are an absolute fool, Lucas. You always were.
Maybe. But I was never Dad's fool. Which is more than I can say for you.
Take your little toys and get out of my temple. Have a good life, Lucas.
That was oddly satisfying.
They're moving?
Yes, it was. But we've got a lot left to do if we're going to turn the vestiges of my father's life into good deeds. Amira, the items are yours. Please, try not to take too long. You'll get paid for every item delivered, but please be done in a week's time. Good luck.
Thank you. I'll give Lily a call once I've made headway.
Mr. Statues, gotcha. Alright, let's get to work. An old dagger made from what looks like chipped stone. The handle looks like a man wearing an eagle headdress. It's adorned with colorful shells and stones, no metal materials. Can I view it? Sorry? I wish to view the actual item. If I can't view it, I'm going off just this. I'm gonna assume it's Egyptian. It's the eagle headdress. Are they on my stinking desk anywhere? No. Clearly a statue of the Buddha, standing instead of the typical seated version one usually thinks of it. It's metal, judging from the coloration. Bronze. Could be from anywhere, but my guess is that this is really old. It's probably close to the roots of the religion. It's one of the oldest of the lot, at least from first impression. It's banged up pretty bad, definitely gold. Depicts a woman with large disc or orb over her head, surrounded by horns. Again, really old. Can I view it? I just gonna take a couple trips to see what happens. I'll do it. What's the name of the case? I have no idea. Sorry, that was 7-4. I'm dumb, not 4-7. Um. Maybe there's a picture. Maybe I'm blind or it's bugged and I can't look at them. To Google. I don't know. I think it's supposed to be like really simple because the last case was really simple. I think these intro ones are going to be kind of simple. So I'm gonna just go with my gut. We'll go to Egypt. Horus. Cairo. Seven. We can get there. We can easily get there. Ms. Dharma, where did you get this? Private collection never reached the deceased gentleman. This is, from what I can tell, probably ISIS. I've seen similar figurines that date back to the third and intermediary period. Interesting. What makes you think it's ISIS? Okay, so I definitely got the wrong one delivered at the right spot. Similarities to other well-identified artifacts. She was wearing a solar disc between the horns of a cow, a headdress that used to be associated with another goddess, Hathor. Hathor was sort of a mother deity, an aspect that Isis took on through ages. Figurines like this dated back to about 1500 BC. It was a time of chaos, beginning with what we can call the Bronze Age collapse. Egypt was one of the few places that was able to withstand the destruction and disorder brought upon this invasion of the sea peoples. We don't know too much about them, who they were, where they came from, and why seemingly suddenly they decided to come into the scene and destroy the once great civilizations of the ancient world. Beautiful artifact from a dark time. Indeed, if my guess is correct, this is a statuette of Isis. It would be quite the addition to our collection. She was an incredibly important goddess in Egyptian mythology, a mother figure, and a model of the perfect wife, the rescuer, a resurrector of her murdered her husband, and protector of the underworld. Quite the resume. Absolutely. We are. Are we able to keep this? Yes, it's a donation, and we'll hope it'll be well taken care of. I trust that it will be treasured here where it belongs. Thank you, and thank you to the estate of the donor. My pleasure. Thank you for meeting me. So that was done. So now we have the dagger, which is what I wanted to do. Chipped stone. The handle looks like a man wearing an eagle headdress, adored with colorful shells and stones, no metal material. The stone is interesting. I want to say it's Middle East, somewhere. Could it be Athens? It's not Boston. Budapest, probably not. Kara, we're here. Chengdu. This could be Buddha. So you know what? My controller. Oops. Miss Dharma, welcome. I was informed by my assistant you had something for me. Can in good conscience accept this donation? Artifact would be a better fit in a different museum, closer to its historical and cultural origins. Thank you for taking the time to see me. Apologies, mistake. Okay. Des Moines? No. Actually, I already paid for it, so whatever. 3 hours. If I could just find an actual picture of the item? It seems more Aztecian. Is there anything like South America? Don't go through like this. Rio. What's Tempier? Whoops. Okay. I'm still kind of stumped though on Buddha. Maybe it's probably Osaka, right? Hong Kong. I thought Buddha was more Chinese, but I guess you could be a part of it. I'm very daft when it comes to religion. So I think Rio is a better choice, but I already paid for New Mexico and I can't get a refund. Just give it a couple seconds. What time is my flight? $10:30. Ceremonial daggers like these are amazing examples of craftsmanship of the Mexica, or the Aztecs as they're more properly known. Used in their ritual sacrifices to certain gods in Mexico, appeasing the gods was crucial to preventing calamity. Tempting to think this may be these were used in the actual rituals, but this is too fragile and was most likely a symbolic object. Thank you for this. It's a beautiful artifact. Please take it. Okay. Now, so you took the knife, so that's surprising. Luke, we can go to Osaka, or you know what? Hey Google. Okay Google. Okay Google. Location of Buddha. Okay. Countries that practice Buddhism. Japan, it was prominent. We're Laos, Vietnam. We'll go Kuala Lumpur. Did I pay for the previous day's flight? Did I pay for Athens? Did I even pay? There you go. Maybe I didn't pay. It's in this area somewhere. I just don't know which one would be the best one to take it to. Papa Big Time Burger. Next in the list is Shanghai. Son of a. $10:25 a.m. Wait, was it 10:25 a.m.? Let's just go 8 hours in case. I said it and then instantly forgot. 25. Okay, yeah. Can buy a burger at 7:30 a.m. What the heck, man? Okay, so it's not that. I'll try Hong Kong. I think Osaka might be the best actual chance, but like, I just paid for Hong Kong. Alright, Osaka, your time is now. There we go. Ms. Dharma, welcome out. Oh no, we got an achievement for the tourist. All different cities. Okay. Been to Chengdu. Been to Hong Kong. Been to Kuala Lumpur. Been to Osaka. Been to Shanghai. Or I don't know. I've been everywhere. That would like take it. Hey Google. Buddhism religion roots. India. Alright, New Delhi. I had no idea. Gotta kill 2 hours. Couple thousand later. 2 Google searches. Sorry? Is it 22 something? Yeah. 22.25? 22.30? There we go. And then am I calling Tiger Lily? There we go. This is a splendid statue of Buddha. This is particularly well preserved, no missing parts, largely intact, superficial scratches and dents, but nothing more would define him as Dharma. Trust will make a great addition to your museum exhibits. Definitely these date back to the Gupta Empire. Golden Age in Indian history as art flourished, culture flourished, craftsmanship certainly flourished. Look at these little details. The Abhaya Mudra, the gesture of the Buddha makes with his right hand, a gesture of reassurance and protection. It's the little bump on his head, the symbol of his great wisdom. Is that little bump on his head a symbol of great wisdom? Alright, so they messed up the dialogue there. Elongated earlobes, the left hand holding his flowing robes. These are all motifs that would be repeated again and again in representations of the Buddha in different times and places. But it was during the Gupta period, when they became standard features, as you can clearly see in the bronze piece. A fine addition indeed. We wield our gratitude to generous donor who has neither reincarnated or broken the cycle of samsara, depending on whether he followed the path of the Buddha in his lifetime. See, sincerely hope it is the latter. Act alone is good deed in his name, so thank you, and thank you to the donor. Thank you for seeing me. My pleasure. I hope it does its part to preserve your country's history. How we doing?
All the items. You never cease to amaze me. I'm sending you the money along with a bonus for Lucas. Appreciate it. I traveled from one corner of the world to another, you know. Wait for my call. I'm sure we'll hear back from Lucas. Thanks, Lily. I'll be waiting on you.
Mainly 3K. And then do call, what's his face? What are you doing? Kieran. Okay, come over where, Kieran? Pacific District.
Mr. Iyer, I trust the Ministry of Trade and Industry is treating you well. It's now a good time.
Amira, come in. Thank you for sparing the time, a most precious resource. There's something important I wanted to share with you. The result of over a year's worth of...
Snooping around?
I rather hoped the technical term was investigating, but you are the expert. Let me ask you something. Who owns the MRT system, New Power, Singapore Roads and Tolls, and our good friends, National Water?
I do enjoy a pop quiz. All I know is that they were all bought out by a bunch of companies during the deregulation. I couldn't tell you who.
2 years ago, yes. Government services were snapped up by private companies and investors, like lions fighting for a bite of a kill. No oversights, no checks and balances. A Shanghai-based company called the Wu Wang Group. They own the largest stakes in these companies out of all the shareholders.
Never heard of them.
Their growth has been only recent and rapid.
Benign or malignant?
That's what we need to find out. They haven't invited publicity, which has me wondering what their intentions are. I have nothing on them, at least not yet. But where there's smoke, there's fire, right? The money used in the bribes is coming from somewhere, and I've got a hunch Wu Wang is involved.
What's the end goal? Proof that Wu Wang is involved in the bribery of government officials?
Ultimately, yes. Exposing Wu Wang's link to the scandals is a step in the right direction.
Okay, where do we start? What have your investigations dug up?
I've got a list of people that I think know something. One of them works at the Transportation Authority. His name is Gilbert Ma, middle management type. I don't want to spook you. You want to catch the prey? You've got to think like the lion. Let's send him a little gift. A mutual acquaintance has informed me Mr. Ma is a wine connoisseur. He visits a bar in the area, just across the street from his building. Perhaps you can convince the barman to point you in the right direction?
All right, I'll start with the bar.
If I unearth anything new, I'll keep you updated.
Bottled up. We had some time to kill. Well, we have time to kill. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick, so I'll be right back. not gonna leave the game paused. I'll wait when I get back, but BRB.